Have you ever found yourself comparing to incredible baseball players, only to see conflicting numbers on different websites? It can certainly be confusing when one source says a player had a 6.0 WAR season, while another shows a 5.5. This happens often with wins above replacement, or WAR, especially between the two most popular sources, FanGraphs and Baseball-Reference. The simple answer is that FanGraphs and Baseball-Reference WAR, often called fWAR and bWAR respectively, differ primarily due to distinct methodologies for calculating player value. They use different inputs for components like pitching and defense, and they also employ slightly varied definitions of what a replacement level player is, leading to divergent, though often close, final numbers. The core reason for these differences lies in how each site constructs its formula. Baseball-Reference, or bWAR, tends to be more historically focused. For pitchers, it uses actual runs allowed, factoring in ballpark and defense to measure their value. For defense, it relies on a metric called total zone, which attempts to quantify a defender's impact based on batted balls in their zone. Baseball-Reference also uses a replacement level that is dynamically adjusted across different eras. FanGraphs, or fWAR, on the other hand, is built with a more predictive and skill-based approach. Pitcher WAR on FanGraphs relies heavily on fielding-independent pitching, or FIP, which measures what a pitcher's earned run average should have been based solely on strikeouts, walks, and home runs, largely removing defense and luck. For position players, FanGraphs uses Ultimate Zone Rating, or UZR, for defense, which assesses a player's defensive range and success. FanGraphs generally uses a more consistent, league-average replacement level. To effectively use both metrics, you do not necessarily have to pick one over the other. Instead, you can leverage their strengths. If you want to understand a player's underlying skills and project their future performance, fWAR might give you a clearer picture because it tries to isolate individual contributions. If you are comparing players across different historical eras or want a holistic view of how many wins a player truly added to their team, bWAR provides valuable context by incorporating actual game outcomes and era adjustments. When both WAR versions are very similar for a player, it indicates a widely agreed upon level of performance. If they are significantly different, it often highlights an area where the player's underlying skills and their actual game results diverged. Understanding these nuances adds a fascinating layer to your baseball analysis. For instance, the replacement level player, a critical component of WAR, is not just a minor league call-up. It represents an average freely available player that could be acquired for minimal cost. It is a baseline that helps quantify how many wins an elite player provides above this easily replaceable talent. Both sites attempt to capture player value above this baseline, but their chosen methods for reaching that baseline and building on top of it lead to their unique results. Ultimately, both FanGraphs and Baseball-Reference WAR are powerful tools designed to summarize a player's overall contribution. By appreciating the different lenses through which they view player performance, you become a more sophisticated fan, better equipped to engage in player comparisons, and understand the full scope of a player's impact on the field. They are not competing truths, but rather complementary perspectives, each offering valuable insights into the game you love.